What if I told you that an entire city, established by the English crown, vanished overnight, leaving behind only a single, cryptic word carved into a post? Imagine the panic. One day, a thriving settlement, the next, an empty expanse, the only trace a symbol of profound mystery. This wasn't a Hollywood plot, it was the chilling reality for the colonists of Roanoke Island. How can hundreds of people simply disappear without a trace? We're about to dive headfirst into this and other historical enigmas that refuse to yield their secrets. These aren't just dusty old stories, they are the persistent whispers of the unknown that echo through time. Understanding these unsolved historical mysteries helps us appreciate the limits of our knowledge and the enduring power of human curiosity. Today, you'll journey with me through 5 of history's most baffling cases. We'll explore vanished populations, indecipherable texts, and identities shrouded in shadow. Why does this matter to you? Because these puzzles remind us that history isn't always a neat collection of facts. It's also a frontier, filled with questions that challenge our assumptions and ignite our imagination. Get ready to question everything you thought you knew. Our first mystery takes us to the shores of North America in the late 16th century. The Roanoke colony, an ambitious English settlement, faced mounting troubles. Supplies dwindled, relations with local tribes soured, and the governor, John White, sailed back to England for reinforcements. But his return was delayed by war with Spain. When White finally returned 3 years later, in 1590, he found not a thriving community, but an eerie silence. Every building was gone, dismantled, not burned. The only clue? The word Croton carved into a fence post and CRO on a tree. Who were the Croton people? Were the colonists assimilated, attacked, or did they migrate elsewhere? Theories range from massacre to peaceful integration, but without concrete evidence, the fate of the lost colony remains a chilling enigma. Think about it, an entire community, gone. What would you do if you arrived to find your home completely deserted, with only a cryptic carving as a signpost? Imagine holding a book filled with intricate illustrations of bizarre plants, astronomical charts, and naked figures bathing in strange green liquid. Now, imagine that the text is written in an alphabet no one recognizes, and in a language that has defied every attempt at decipherment for over a century. This is the Voynich Manuscript, a medieval codex carbon dated to the early 15th century. Its origins, author, and purpose are completely unknown. Is it an alchemical text, a lost medical treatise, a hoax, or perhaps even an alien artifact? Linguists, cryptographers, and historians have pored over its pages, applying every analytical tool imaginable, yet the meaning remains elusive. It's like staring at a locked door with no key. The level of detail in the illustrations, coupled with the apparent structure of the text, suggests it's not random gibberish. But what secrets does it hold? Could it be a coded message from a forgotten civilization, or simply the elaborate delusion of a medieval eccentric? Amelia Earhart wasn't just a pilot, she was a symbol of adventure and female empowerment. In 1937, she set out on an ambitious journey to circumnavigate the globe, flying across the Pacific. Her final flight plan was to reach Howland Island, a tiny speck in the vast ocean. With her navigator, Fred Noonan, Earhart's Lockheed Electra disappeared somewhere near the island. Radio transmissions became increasingly garbled, mentioning fuel shortages and difficulty spotting their destination. Despite massive search efforts, no wreckage was ever definitively found. Did they crash into the sea? Did they land on an uninhabited island and perish? Or is there a more dramatic theory, like capture by the Japanese? The mystery endures, fueled by grainy photos, disputed sightings, and the sheer audacity of attempting such a feat. What drives a person to push the boundaries of the known world, and what happens when those boundaries become insurmountable? Is this the actual burial cloth of Jesus Christ? The Shroud of Turin, a linen cloth bearing the faint image of a crucified man, has been a source of intense debate and religious fervor for centuries. The image displays characteristics consistent with crucifixion wounds, including nail marks, flogging scars, and a head wound. Radiocarbon dating in 1988 suggested the shroud dated to the medieval period, casting doubt on its authenticity. However, subsequent studies have challenged these findings, pointing to contamination or flaws in the original testing methods. The image itself is baffling. It's a superficial coloration, not paint or pigment, and its formation mechanism remains unexplained. Could it be a natural phenomenon, a medieval forgery, or indeed, a miraculous imprint from the moment of the resurrection?
The implications for faith and history are profound, making this one of the most compelling and controversial relics ever discovered.
How can a simple piece of cloth provoke such deep belief and such fierce skepticism? In the autumn of 1888, the Whitechapel district of London was gripped by terror. A serial killer, dubbed Jack the Ripper, brutally murdered at least 5 women, all prostitutes. The killer's savagery, coupled with his ability to evade capture in the densely populated city, created a media frenzy and a lasting historical puzzle. Despite numerous investigations, countless suspects, and endless theories, implicating everyone from royalty to local doctors, the Ripper's true identity has never been confirmed. Was he a phantom, a madman, or someone hiding in plain sight? The lack of definitive forensic evidence from the era, combined with conflicting witness accounts and potential government cover-ups, has left a void filled with speculation. Each suspect proposed has their own set of circumstantial evidence, but none has ever been proven beyond a reasonable doubt. This case represents the ultimate failure of justice, a chilling reminder of how easily a perpetrator can vanish into the anonymity of a bustling city. Why does this particular killer continue to capture our imagination so vividly? We've journeyed through history's most persistent enigmas, from the silent streets of Roanoke to the cryptic pages of the Voynich Manuscript. These unsolved mysteries remind us that history is not always fully written. Sometimes, crucial chapters remain blank. First, the persistence of these questions highlights the limitations of our historical records and our investigative tools. Second, the enduring fascination with these cases reveals our innate human drive to seek answers and understand the unknown. Finally, these unsolved puzzles demonstrate that even in our data-driven age, some secrets remain deeply buried, waiting for a future discovery or a new perspective. What aspect of these unsolved historical mysteries intrigues you the most? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoy diving deep into the unexplained, consider subscribing for more explorations into the captivating corners of history.